Hi, it's Jude from Hellygog. So I'm going to start some of your tutorials today, and today we're going to have a little go at making some felt fairies like this. So you've got your kits. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of the fleece that's in your kit. This is merino fleece. Okay, and we don't need too much of this to start with, alright? We're just going to take a little bit like this. I'm going to roll it up in a ball. Alright, you don't need a lot of equipment for this task, this little felt fairy that we're going to make. Just roll it in a ball like that, and then just roll it in your hand a little bit, just to kind of get it to stick together a wee bit. Alright, you'll get something, whoops, it's a little bit like that. Right, kind of a ball shape. The other thing you'll need for home is a sponge of some kind. Okay, but any sponge. This is our car washing sponge, but it is clean, I promise. And in your kit you'll find one of these, and that's a needle felt needle. So just word of caution, they are very sharp, they're barbed, alright, and they do hurt if you stab yourself, so be very careful with the needle. Alright, I'm going to pop my needle off and pop it in my sponge. So when you're not using it, make sure the needle stays in the sponge. Okay. So we've got our little ball. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take, you can choose whatever colour you want her face to be. There's a little selection, there's white and there's greys, there's some browns. You can have red, you can have orange face, doesn't, that's up to you, whatever you want your fairy's face to be. Okay, and we're going to take a piece of fleece kind of like that. Alright, and you can take your little ball. And you're going to wrap your ball inside your fleece like that. Okay, so that's the little ball inside there, and I've just doubled it over. Now, next thing you need is some thread. So most people have got thread kicking about at home. Take a bit of thread, cut a wee length, and lay it on your sponge. And lay your little piece of fleece with the ball on there. And we're going to just tie it round, and then I'll show you. Oops. Do that again. Okay, so we're going to tie it like that. I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times. Pull it tight. Wrap it round again. Alright, so you end up with that, and that's going to be the fairy's face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a little knot in the two ends to hold it together. So I've just wrapped it round a few times, pulled it tight, and now I'm going to knot it, and that'll keep it in place like that. Okay, snip the ends off. And there, that's going to be your little fairy's head. Okay, right, so we're going to open it out again, just like that. Sorry, Steve came in the middle of all that, sorry. So excuse him in the background, never mind. Right, so we've got our little piece like that. What we're going to do is make its arms next. So you can take another piece. It doesn't need to be too big or thick. Alright, so about that length, and see if you can half it and lay it like that. Okay, now if we roll it just in between our hands like that, just like we did with the little head, so just roll it like that, just to kind of make it less fluffy. Alright, and that's going to be the arms of the fairy. So we're going to pop that in there, like that, and you can kind of see now we've got a head, we've got two arms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie some thread round here, the same as I did with the head. Okay, this time I'll try not to drop it. So cut another little bit of thread. Okay. tie that round. Like that. So I'm just tying a little knot to hold it in place. Okay, and then she's going to start looking a little bit more like a fairy. But at the moment her arms are a little bit long, so I'm going to show you what to do with them. So we're just going to trim the threads, and now you're going to have a go with your felting needle. Now remember, this is sharp and it's got little barbs on it, okay? What it's going to do is it's going to pull the fleece all together and make it less fluffy. So we're going to do the arms first. You're going to lay the arms, if I show you, on this sponge, and it's a bit cruel, but you're going to stab all the way along her arms a few times, both sides, and then you're going to turn around and do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've just gone up and down the little arms a few times, so I'm just going to keep doing them a couple more. So it's just with your needle, you're going to hold it in the middle like that. Now really important, these break super easy. Okay, so I want you just to go down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up into your sponge. Never go at an angle and never be forced to twist. Okay, so I'm going to go one arm and then the other arm, and then I'm going to turn her over. Okay, and then I'm going to just do her head a little bit as well. So I'm going to just stab all round her head, turn her over, stab round her head again, and it just makes the fleece pull together a little bit more. Be really careful that you don't stab yourself with this. Right, so it starts to firm up a little bit, and you carry on doing that until it gets a wee bit firmer. And then with your arms you can roll them in your fingertip again. Excuse Will in the background, sorry about that. It's a busy house here. Do you want to say hello to everyone on the video, Will? Will's outside playing. Right, off you go. Come on, I'm doing a video. Right, so arms are still a little bit long, so we're just going to snip those fluffy bits off, and we've got something that looks a little bit like that. Right, I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes just doing her face next. So I'm going to be stabbing with the needle, so I'm going to just switch the video off and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's back again. Right, so just a couple of minutes. Just sounds a bit cruel, doesn't it, stabbing her face, but just to make it a little bit firmer so it feels less fluffy. And you can see she's starting to kind of take shape. So the next thing you need to think about is what colour you want her dress to be. So I'll show you this little guy here. She's got a pink sort of dress, and then she's got a little shawl over the top. Now with her, I've knotted the hands to give her a little bit of hands. You don't need to do that, it's fine as it is. You can see this one, she's got a purple dress, and then we've just snipped her hands there to form that. So I'm going to choose the colour for her dress next, and we're going to give her a little dress. So go for orange, I think. So I want to save a little bit of this orange back. So whatever colour you choose for her dress, don't use all of it, save a little bit of it, and then we can use it maybe when we're making the beads, or you might use it in your landscape picture. So you're going to take your colour that you're using for the dress, and you're going to split it in half like that, so you've got two bits. And we're going to pop one half over one shoulder and one half over her other shoulder. Okay, so she looks kind of like that. Now I'm just going to tie a bit of thread around the middle here to secure it, and then I'll show you how it looks. Get my thread. So another little bit of thread, watch yourself with scissors. Tie a little knot. like that, and just cut the threads. She's kind of got an off the shoulder number here, isn't she? Right, we'll just pop it back on her shoulders, like that. And then if you smooth it all out, and she kind of starts to look a bit like that. So she's got her dress. Okay, next thing is you've got to think of, do you want to add another colour over the top? So we could maybe get a little bit of, for example, I've got a nice green in here. So I'm going to take a little bit of the green. Oh, excuse me, the dogs are barking now. It's all going on. Hold on, I'm going to switch it off, go and see what the dogs are doing.